Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders, and myself Bala here. So in this video, one more intraday scanner, which I'm going to create you in this live session. And here I'm just focusing the candle, which we are going to focus for the second 15 minutes candle. So if I'm just calling for the second 15 minutes candle, it looks like a hammer or a spinning top or even a trend reversal candle. When this kind of candle which forms on a second or 15 minutes, that should be the great opportunity. So already we are discussing about this thing, but I'm going to create it on 15 minutes time frame. So that may be a great opportunity which I'm going to use for this particular scanner. Okay, so here simply we are going to focus for the stock which is going to be having a trend reversal on this second 15 minutes candle, that is 9:30 to 9:45. So maybe like this, what I'm going to find out. So in this case, here you can see this is what kind of a reversal which I'm going to focus. The first candle and the second candle, I'm just comparing with, and focusing for a pure intraday scanner. Okay, let me start to create that scanner, which I'm going to focus the second candle only. Okay, so let me go to check this. And it is helping you for an intraday trade opportunity by using this particular scanner. Okay, so I will give you the idea how to create the scanner, so you can, if you are able to create, you can make a use of it, the charting scanners. Okay, so here just go for a create the scan, and I'm going to use for a future and options. In future shares which is having options, the close must be less than the open. So simply I'm just calling for here the red candle. Okay, so here I'm calling for a red candle. That should be a 15 minutes candle. Okay, so that one, it should be the first candle. So why we are using a equal to candle? If you are using equal the candle, so it will never repaint. Okay, first of all, some of these conditions may be repaint, and it will show you the perfect almost 100% return. It is not like that. So maybe a stop loss trade will be removed from the scanners. That may be the reason if you are following with such a kind of patterns. Okay. And the second conditions we have to compare with the custom indicator. It's already we created. So let me go for, I have already high minus open. There is a condition. So I'm just adding I minus open multiplied by number 2. So I just calculating and I'm going to comparing. So the two candles, and it must be less than the open minus low. Okay, so we are using a 15 minutes, so we can call for a second 15 minutes candle. So if you are using that, so simply I just tell you here, I'm just creating you the scanner along with, so what is that high minus open? So here we are going to subtract the high minus low value, and I'm going to multiply it by this 2, so custom function, and it must be less than the open price minus low price. Okay, so here this is the second line which is telling you. So you can add a brackets, and like that you can create this one. And the next one, which the same thing which I'm going to use for a range. A range is the one of the custom indicator which I have already used. So the range of that particular second 15 minutes candle, 15 minutes should be the second one. Here also be the second candle. Only the first candle should be red. Sorry, it should be the equal to 2. So the range must be less than, or it's a very smaller in range. Number 4. Okay. So we have to use this time the greater than of the candle size. Candle size is nothing about body of the candle. So it must be greater than candle size. So these are all the custom indicator. It's not available on charting. We need to create the custom indicator first. Okay, so and third condition which I'm going to use, and this one I can copy it. So greater than, so this candle, the second candle should be close greater than the first one. So first candle should be opening the market, which opens a negative, and the second candle immediately market turns positive. That is the logic which I used in this code. Okay, so when immediately after the market open, the first 15 minutes should be the red candle, and the second candle that will be closing as a positive candle. So that is what my expected. So that I'm just focusing for. You can look at this. The SRF is the stock which is forming a such a pattern, and today. Okay, so we need to see the scan. So once see we have the name of test, we can save it. So SRF is the stock. Okay, so let me go for a SRF. That's why I'm opening that stock. What looking for here in this SRF? The first candle should be a negative candle, and the second candle is a positive and also be a hammer. Maybe it's a hammer or a doji or a spinning top or even a bullish Marbosu candle, whatever the candle. So immediately market shows some negativeness, but the second candle market shows some reversal. Maybe the chances for reversal on this stock by after immediate market movement should be possible. So we can focus for a entry over and above this level. We can keep a stop loss below this level. In this case, what's happening here? And this particular candle lows around high is 175, 2175, 2168 is the low, almost 7 points. And this candle exactly 68. Maybe if we are keeping the stop loss below the candle, so giving you some buffer of 1 or 2 rupees or 50 paisa according to the stock's value, this will not trigger your stop loss. And what happened? So that is given you the breakout at this point of 2175, and it is 2258. It's almost 100 point with a 7 point risk. That scanner will help us. Okay, so back test. The main importance is about a back test. Okay, so yesterday we don't get any stocks. Can you able to see? Yesterday we don't get any stocks at this moment. Why? Because of there is no stocks which we filtered out. Okay, and this day, any point of the time, if you're giving the cursor, it will never change. But the condition is Trend, Chola Finance, IOC is the stock, whatever the time frame. But we are going to check first two candles only because it never repaint. That's why you are going to get that much of all the time frame because we are fixing the candle number. Okay, so Trend is the stock yesterday, not yesterday. I think it is about 28. Where it is 28. Yeah, here is the trend. Okay, unfortunately this was on stop loss trade. So here 28, the second candle looks like a hammer here in this case, and maybe you are keeping a stop loss. At this point your stop loss got triggered. Maybe initially it moves some small move, but after that it triggers your stop loss, but after your stop loss it went to huge. That's a different story. But as per our conditions, it's the stop loss trade and Chola Finance and IOC on the same date. So it never repaid. Will be any point of the time if you are checking, that will be available. Chola Finance. Here is the some good move. So here you got a second candle and it went higher. So maybe 1:1, and finally it got a stop loss. But after that move, it given you the stop loss. And previous trade after triggering our stop loss, that wasn't great move. And IOC, it's a very low value stock, but even though we can check whether what is happening on IOC. So look at this. Here is the point 28. IOC which triggers that point. It is also be a hammer and 96, and it went up to 96.5. Stop loss would be 95.4. Maybe not triggered. Yeah, I think this point of time 2 o'clock it is triggered our stop loss. Very low value, so we can avoid that. So and previously we have only one stock MRF, that's not a quite liquid, but even though we can check how the stock works on 27 MRF. It's not a quite liquid one. 27 is a, it should be maybe this point 27, right? 27, I think it doesn't give you the opportunity. Okay, so no problem at all. And previously here we have three stocks on the day of 26. ACC Ambuja Cement. ACC is the stock which we are 26. Yeah, this is easy. Yeah, this one has a look like a hammer. Here is the breakout around 1890 and it went up to 1926, and Ambuja Cement HDFC Life. Ambuja Cement is the one more in 26. Here is the 26 that is also giving you such a good move, and HDFC Life 26. here. Here is a complete reversal, 653, and it went up to 660. Okay, this is what a scanner which we are simply finding out. Even we can add one more conditions here. So if the stock value less than 100, we can remove it. And if you are using a futures, so we have only a few stocks. That's good enough. We are taking a small risk, 1 or 2 trades in a day. That should be the better one. And even more conditions. The first candle should be less than open. Okay. So if you are using very close. Okay. Some of the candle is doji also. If it is a negative candle, then it is the more powerful one. So this is what a condition. What are the condition which I used? Again, I tell you. So the most important condition is about the high and low. Okay. And then I'm going to open minus low. And another condition is high and low and range. So these are all the conditions we are filtering out by using this method. And finally, we find the stock which is happening in the trending on. So instead of that, in the close is greater than or must be, so less than equal to maybe a doji candle. So less than only it should be possible. And I'm just thinking over to the first candle should be open high. So maybe it's possible. Let me check if any trades. So this condition we simply copy. So open, the first candle should be open equal to high. This is also one more condition which you are simply following. That will give you so even better chances. What's happening here? Open equal to, I think something is. When equals to the high, maybe around the first 15 minutes candle. If any stock which will be present here, very less or even more less. Yeah, you can see on 26 we have ACC and Ambuja. So that wasn't giving you such a good result. ACC, look at this, 26, very few number of stocks. Here is the point where it is we find the reversal. So exactly the first candle is the open high, the second candle is the reversal, and this point it is given you such a good opportunity. And the same day Ambuja Singh. So we are filtering the stock even very narrow. So instead of more stock, we are going to get very narrow stock. This is also be a given a good result, and back test result is the only stock is IOC. IOC may be a stop loss trade, right? After stop loss trade, it initially moves from 96.5 to 96.55, just about 50 paisa. Maybe the stop loss also be around 50 paisa. Maybe it moved and finally it triggers your stop loss. So such a pattern which we are finding out by using a candlestick scanner, and this will help us to find out such a opportunity. So if you want to take the screenshot, you can take it and don't ask for the scanners. Okay, but it is an idea. So you can try to create your own scan. Thank you for watching. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. Thank you.